been so long since I've uploaded a video of me actually talking to you guys that in the time that's passed, not only have we almost reached 8,000 subs, missed about 4 or 5 updates, and are in an entirely new season, but the newest map I just put out has nothing to do with what I was originally going to make for my next map. I figured since I've been relatively absent on YouTube for the past month-ish that this would be a fantastic time to take a sec and explain everything you should know about this map and why on earth I even decided to make it in the first place. So, ladies and gentlemen, with all that being said and without any further ado, let's talk about Backrooms combat. Do one of you want to take a moment and try and explain to me why on June 10th, over 14,500 people decided to play this map? God, this game makes no sense. Hey everyone, this is Syntax, and today I wanted to take a few minutes to explain everything you need to know about my newest map, Backrooms Combat, as well as everything that is in store for it in the future, because I have a lot of things planned, and I also wanted to explain why I even decided to make the map, because I have some pretty interesting reasons for it. Like I just said, I really do plan on doing a lot in the near future for this map with regards to everything I'm going to be adding and all the updates I'm going to be making for it, so if you are interested in learning about what I do plan on doing with this map, then please do stick around. But anyway, here is everything you need to know about Backrooms Combat. On its surface, this map really is nothing more than a mindless killing 16-player free-for-all that takes place in a version of the Backrooms that is filled to the brim with a bunch of random characters, creatures, and creations from a whole long list of creators. I can't remember exactly how many, but I'll list them all right here so you can see exactly who contributed to this map. If you haven't had a chance already, I actually highly encourage just loading into a solo game and taking a few minutes to fully explore the Backrooms and see all of the creations by these amazing creators. Each of them have a little plaque with their name on it and the name of their creation next to whatever they made, so if you haven't had a chance, take a look around and see everything that all these amazing people made. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about the pregame lobby for this map, because this was actually based off of and inspired by a section from a YouTube video called Backrooms Found Footage by Kane Pixels. Now, in this video, there's a guy that walks up to this window, and when he looks out of it, he sees this sort of oddly constructed courtyard, and when I saw that, I was like, you know what, that would actually make for a pretty interesting pregame lobby, so I did my best to sort of recreate my own interpretation of it. Now, this pregame lobby really only serves 3 purposes. 1, to information dump about the map. 2, to look kind of cool and aesthetically pleasing. And 3, it gives the players an extra 30 seconds to use my supported creator code if they are so inclined. But if you look and see what the guards have to say in there, they really couldn't care less. Upon game start and at the beginning of every round, you will be greeted with a 30-second countdown timer and a message explaining to you that a game mode is being randomly selected. And once that game mode is selected and the timer has hit 0, you will be forcibly no-clipped into the Backrooms where you will have to battle it out amongst your peers. At the time of recording this video, there are currently 5 different game modes that the map can randomly choose from, including Sharpshooter, Gun Game, One in the Chamber, Close Encounters, and High Explosives, each of which requiring you to be the first player to reach 30 eliminations to win the round. There are also currently XP rewards for getting 5 kills, 10 kills, 15, 20, 25, and 30 kills, as well as getting on a 3-kill streak, a 6, 9, 12, and 15 kill streak, and also for being the first player to get an elimination in that round, and I do plan on adding about 4 or 5 more ways to get XP in the near future. Now, I want to take a sec and explain all of the game modes, starting with a classic that is Sharpshooter. Now, in the Call of Duty version of this, everyone always had the same weapon, and every 45 seconds, it switched to a new random weapon. If you got a kill streak, you would receive buffs, and then upon death, you would lose those buffs. My version is the exact same, except it's every 40 seconds you receive a new weapon, not every 45. What's nice about this game mode is that there really are no patterns to the weapons that everyone is receiving in this. It's just we all know we're going to have the same weapon, and every 40 seconds we're going to get a new weapon, so with that short time span we can see who really is the best with the current weapon in hand. It's really a lot of fun. The next game mode I want to talk about, another Call of Duty classic, that is Gun Game. Now, in this game mode you start out with what is probably one of the best weapons in the game, and every time you get a kill you get upgraded to the next weapon. The goal is to get through all 30 weapons to be the first person to reach 30 eliminations, the last weapon being a harpoon, and if you do that, then you will get the round win. The next game mode is another Call of Duty classic, One in the Chamber. Now, in this mode, everybody receives a flintlock with 1 bullet, their pickaxe, and everyone has exactly 1 HP. Every time you get an elimination in this mode, you will receive another bullet for your flintlock, and of course, the first person to reach 30 eliminations is the winner. Now, luckily in this mode, it does not matter how you get the elimination, you're still going to be granted a bullet, so whether or not you use your pickaxe or the flintlock all the time, that's really up to you. You could just run around with your pickaxe trying to stock up on bullets for the later game, but I would advise just trying to shoot people as soon as you see them. The next game mode, Close Encounters, is pretty much just shotguns only, except in this version, as long as you stay alive, you will keep the shotgun you have. However, if you are eliminated upon respawning, you will be granted a new, completely random shotgun. And just so you're aware, every shotgun in the game is in this mode, so you could respawn with a gold tack, or you could respawn with a gray pump. It's completely random. The last game mode currently available in this map is High Explosives, where, you guessed it, every weapon in rotation is some form of explosive, with the exception of a few explosive throwables like clingers and grenades, etc. In this mode, every time you get an elimination, you will be granted a new random explosive. Sometimes you get granted the same explosive back to back, but for the most part, you're going to be getting something new, and of course, the first person to 30 eliminations will be the winner of that round. With regards to gameplay, the only thing left you should know about is the different buffs associated with the different kill streaks at 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. I'm just going to list them off here and you can read what they do, and once you read that, then you will know everything you need to know about Backrooms combat. Now, while it may not be that important to anyone who has stuck around up to this point and are interested in learning why I decided to make this map, I am going to try and quickly explain why this map even exists. First and foremost, it should be well known and well established that this map is nothing more than a joke. It is the biggest joke of a map that I have ever made in my entire life, and its only purpose was to be made as a joke and really to make fun of the state of this game. No other reason. It's just a joke. Purely satire, completely ridiculous. A while ago, I made this video on this Assassin's Creed style map that I was building, where I was asking you guys what you would want the game mode of the map to be. And as I was building that map, I was just getting more uninspired and more unmotivated to continue building, because I knew when it was finished, no one was going to play it. Nobody wants to play a parkour map or whatever it was going to be. And I was just like depressed thinking about how few people were going to play it. Just for the record, the idea of this Backrooms combat style map existed long before the Assassin's Creed style parkour map, or whatever you want to call it. And while I was actually building that map, I got an invite from Sunday CW, and he was showing me this version of the Backrooms he was working on. And after I saw that, it unlocked the idea I had in the back of my head for so long, and I was like, wait, I have to do this. So I ended up abandoning the Assassin's Creed project. I made a new island and I started picking out a palette for the Backrooms, and I was asking everyone that I knew if they had a horror character that they wanted to donate to the Backrooms, and then that devolved into just asking for characters, and that devolved into just asking for creations, and eventually I had donations from over like 10 plus creators. Once I finished the whole 18 tile by 18 tile layout for the Backrooms, I started to place in each individual character that I had been donated, and once that was done, I started working on the pregame lobby and all the mechanics for all the game modes that you were going to be able to play in the map, and sure enough, we ended up with what is now Backrooms Combat. And to add to the whole joke aspect, it was sort of my intention to trick you guys into thinking I was releasing a horror map. That's why I released those shorts, the mannequins in the Backrooms and the strange interactions, because I wanted you guys to think that my next map was going to be a Backrooms horror map, and then I wanted you all to be pissed off when you found out that it was just going to be a combat map, but that didn't work, because it turns out you guys actually kind of like the map. I mean, the only reason I used such an aggressive, vulgar, and explicit song for the trailer was to further convey the point that this map is not meant to be taken seriously. I mean, the majority of people that play this game are children, and to hear Lil Wayne cursing every 3 seconds with a bunch of people killing each other in the Backrooms, it's just like, it's a joke. It's just a raw, pure, beautiful joke. And honestly, the whole purpose of this map, if there's one thing you take away from this video as to why I decided to build this map, it's just to further prove the point that the most successful people in this game, the most successful content is low effort, low quality, mindless killing BS that doesn't take any talent to recreate, because that's what people want to play. People love it. Now, granted, while I do consider this map low effort, this would probably be considered max effort for like 95% of people that are publishing maps right now, because that's just what the content is. That's where creative is today. The stuff that you put hours and hours and hours into doesn't get any plays. I mean, for like, this already has a quarter of the plays Explosive Chase has, and it's been out for like 5 days. A very small part of my motivation for building this map also came from the fact that I thought it'd be cool to see a bunch of high quality, high effort characters in a low quality, low effort environment, but the main purpose was just to further push the point that all of the most successful content in this game, the stuff that people want to play, it doesn't take any talent to make. It's all low effort, it's all low quality, and it's very unfortunate. But listen, while this map may be low effort and low quality, it is far from finished. I plan on adding at least 5 to 10 more game modes. I want to add an achievement system and a challenges system, and maybe even a shop where you can buy contrails. I'll start giving you coins for getting eliminations, but it is far from finished. I have a lot planned for the future of this map. All of the updates for the map will be coming out every Friday until I basically run out of memory. If it's a big update, I might mention it on YouTube, but if you want to stay as up to date as possible with everything that's happening with the map, you can just check it out on my Twitter, because I'll definitely be posting it there if nowhere else. And I'll tell you what, if you have any ideas for game modes you would like to see in this map, just leave them in the comments, because I'll tell you right now, I don't have that many ideas. Maybe like 3 or 4 game modes I'm going to add for sure, but other than that, I am completely open to any ideas you guys might have, and as well as characters. If you have any characters you want to donate or anything, I am open to receiving pretty much anything for this map. But anyway, guys, that is everything I have for you today. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, this has been Syntax. Later.